Well, some of you guys might know me already or have seen me already around one of the Karma properties. I'm the founder and creative director of DroneHeroes, and we are a film company specialized in creating and producing advertisements for the travel and hospitality industry. And you may have seen our photos and videos already across several platforms. For example, the in-villa advertisements, but also the TV screens you will see in the hotel lobbies, or for example, Karma's website and their social media channels. So very likely that you have come across our work already. I believe we already go back in time 2 or 3 years ago, and the first time I came across Karma Group was when Middleton Manning, one of the PR agencies that Karma works with, reached out to me, and they invited me for a stay at Karma Kandara and Karma Jimbaran. And of course I was very excited to go to these luxury hotels, and during my stay I obviously took a lot of pictures, and a few of them I shared on my Instagram. And yeah, to my surprise, a few weeks later, Clinton Albuquerque, he's the global brand curator for Karma Group and also overseeing all the brand activities of the company. He reached out to me, and he told me that he really liked the work that we had been doing, and he asked me to come up with a proposal in how we could work together. And back then, I believe we made a proposal to film a bunch of locations in Indonesia, in Thailand, and in Vietnam. And yeah, just a few chats later we decided to jump on this adventure together. That's a very tough question, because as a team we travel to so many different countries, and some locations we've stayed longer than usual, some locations we have visited more than once. So it's hard to have an objective answer to a few of my favorite destinations. But if I had to choose a few of my most memorable trips, it would definitely be India. And early last year, January 2019, Karma Group has asked us to film all of their locations in India. And for me it was the first time, because I've never been to India before. So I was already very excited to see all these new places and to go to a country that I haven't been yet. And we started down south in Goa. And from the moment we arrived at Karma Hati Mahal, they made us feel so welcome, and they made us feel at home right away, which is really great. The food was amazing, the on-site team, but also just Goa as a destination itself. And we had so much fun there. And after staying there for 14 days, I truly fell in love with Goa, and I'm really excited to go back one day again. But then after Goa, we traveled to Kerala. And at Kerala we got to experience the houseboat of Karma, where you can actually stay overnight and go with the boat through all the backwaters and the mangroves and the palm tree forest. So it's definitely a must-do when you go there. And also at Kerala, what did we see there? We had these beautiful waterfalls around Cochin that we get to get some cool drone shots from. And also, one thing we did in Kerala was when one day we woke up 2 AM, I believe, to make it in time for sunrise at Munnar. And Munnar is known for the famous tea plantations. So it was a 3-hour drive, I believe. And in the morning when we got there, we saw the sunrise above the tea plantations, and it was truly amazing. So. Yeah, that was great. And then from Kerala we flew to Agra, and at Agra we got to see the Taj Mahal, one of the 6 or 7 world wonders, I believe. So that was really a unique experience that we got to see, we got to experience. And then from Agra we went to Jaipur, and at Jaipur we got to see all the historical landscapes and all the ancient grounds. We got to walk the famous fort up in the mountains. And then from Jaipur we went up north to Dharamshala. And Dharamshala was interesting because when you think about India in general, or when I thought about India before, I would think about Mumbai, about Delhi, about Jaipur, these kind of places, these crowded places. But in Dharamshala it's really different. The moment we landed by plane, we were surrounded by these snowy mountains, and at first I wouldn't really think about these kind of landscapes. So from the heat down south, like 35 Celsius degrees, all the way up to maybe minus a few degrees up north, it was such a climate shock for us, and we really had to adapt to the different circumstances. And we were definitely not prepared for this kind of sceneries. We were hiking the mountains on our sneakers, and yeah, it was definitely a nice adventure. But I think if I have to say one of my most memorable trips, it would be India, because in 30 days we got to experience the whole country from south to north, and I'm already excited to go back one day. Like I said, even though we work 12 hours a day, 30 days consecutively, but the time flew by so fast. So I think that's a sign of really that we enjoyed our time there. And but aside from India, there's so many other amazing destinations that Karma has to offer. I would say Rottnest Island in Australia, home to the quokkas, where we actually did an aerial sightseeing tour above the island. See the wild sea lion swimming there. But also another destination that was really cool was St. Martin in the UK. This special remote tropical island, I would say. I think because of the different airstreams or air pressures, the climate is different over there. So you will see white beaches, different plantations. So one of a kind, I would say. And it actually took us a very long time to get there, because we had to fly into London, and from London we have to take a sleeper train to Cornwall, and from Cornwall we had to take a 3-hour ferry to St. Mary's, and from St. Mary's another boat to Karma St. Martin. So I believe it takes more than 20 hours to get there, but as you can see in the videos, it's super worth it. So yeah, I think those are a few of my favorites, but as I said, there's so many different destinations in over 14 countries, I believe, and every destination is unique on its own. So but yeah, I think when we talk about the most memorable, it will be those trips. Well, we already had the opportunity to work with a lot of other leading hotel companies. For example, Sofitel, Grand Hyatt, Shangri-La, Belmont, Six Senses, and so many more hotel groups. And I think what really stands out for Karma is that typically when we work with these corporate hotels, they would give us a brief from the head office, and they would wish us good luck on the assignment. And I think what's different with Karma is that we actually travel together and do it together as one team. And as I mentioned before, Clinton Albuquerque, the global brand curator for Karma, he typically tags along with us, and he will make sure that everything goes according to Karma Group's brand standards, which is obviously very nice for us, so there will be no miscommunication in the work that we are doing. And aside from that, the personal connection with the on-site teams and the short distance in communication between the senior management and the recognition from them for the work that we have been doing, that's I think what really matters to us. And let's be honest, work is more fun when you actually have fun. So after a long day of work, the true brand philosophy of entertainment and hospitality shines through, and we all have a fine glass of wine, or rather a few glasses of wine together, and we all recap the day. So it's work hard, but also play hard. Well, with a team of creatives traveling non-stop, you can imagine there's a lot of remarkable and funny stories behind the scenes. But I think one of the stories that's on top of my mind is the moment when we lost our first drone. And 2 years ago, when we were traveling to Phuket in Thailand, I was trying to get this money shot, flying the drone underneath the bridge, and then once the drone passes the bridge, go up and reveal the whole property. The idea was amazing. The execution was a little bit less amazing, because the drone lost its signal, because under the bridge the drone couldn't get the GPS signal anymore, and the drone starts to descend. So what happens is, of course, when it starts to descend above the water, it will hit the water at some point, and sadly the drone went rock bottom in just a few seconds. And of course, it's not funny to lose an expensive piece of camera equipment. But what was funny in this is the journey in trying to get the drone back, or finding the drone in the water. And we jumped into the water and we tried to find it for like an hour or two. But sadly we couldn't find it anymore, and we gave up because we had to continue our shooting. And 3 days later we arrived at Chiang Mai, another Karma property there. And the resort manager in Phuket, she texted us and she sent a bunch of pictures that they actually found the drone. One of her team members kept looking around the waters for 2 days, and they found it in the end. But sadly the salty water ate the drone literally, and it was completely destroyed, and we couldn't get the files back anymore. So in the end we had to throw it away. But the journey of trying to get the drone back was very funny. Or I would say not funny, but I would say memorable. And another funny story was when we were attending Karma's annual SMT, Senior Management Team Conference. And last year it was held in Italy. And when we came down there, we actually met John Spence, the founder and chairman of Karma Group. And also we got to connect with all the senior managers of Karma Group. So it was actually nice to meet these people behind the scenes, and getting to know the people that are actually running the company. But I think during this week we had an entertainment-packed itinerary, and I think one of the highlights there was when we were filming the final drinking games. And as you can see in the videos, we had a lot of fun, and getting this on camera was definitely a fun memory. Well, to be honest, it's very tough, and just like all of our clients, we are facing a direct impact. We cannot travel out of the country, and most of our clients, hotel clients, they shut down their operations until further notice. So in this time, we really have to be creative and see how we can still help our clients as much as possible. And lately, we've been focusing on local markets because I believe that domestic travel is going to be the next trend for the short run. So we are delving into our stock footages, and we're trying to come up with new exciting videos in how we can help our clients. Whether it's a video from a CEO talking to their customers, keeping them up to date with the current developments, or a destination-focused video in promoting exciting destinations in domestic and also international markets. So we're just trying to be ready for whenever this whole travel ban gets lifted, and to try to make the most out of it. Well, behind the scenes we're actually busy working on numerous things, and one thing that I'm really busy with right now is working on a new company identity. And DroneHeroes has been a huge success. We've built up an incredible portfolio. We built up a huge amount of followers on social media, and we became actually one of the leading names in the aerial industry. But as a creative company, we've grown a lot over the years, and also our product variety has increased. We offer just so much more than aerial photography, aerial videography. We do interior photography, we do videography, but also new and innovative applications like 3D and VR, where we can actually turn any villa or apartment or hotel bedroom, basically any space, into a virtual walk around. So what we face today is that these services don't match the name DroneHeroes anymore. So don't worry, the name DroneHeroes will remain the same, it will stay out there. We're just working hard on a new identity on top of that, a new branding that will better match with the services that we offer today and also tomorrow. So I'm very excited to share this with you guys very soon. It's gonna be great, so stay tuned, and I'm very excited for the near future with Karma Group.